Every badge has a story. Every call could be life or death. This is the world behind the thin blue line. I've faced armed suspects in pitch-black alleys, negotiated with hostages on the edge, and stared down the barrel of a gun more times than I can count. But it's not just the danger that changes you. It's the moments you can't forget, the lives you save, the ones you can't, and the weight of the badge long after you take it off. This is True Blue. Life as a policewoman. These are the stories they don't tell you in the academy. The raw, unfiltered truth of what it means to serve, protect, and survive.
Safety officer.
10-4, K-9, 11, outside.
Hello. Thanks for joining in with me again. This is a story of reality of human nature, crazy or not, that a police officer sees every day. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. No time for coffee or a donut, laughing out loud. Police radio beeps. RPC 3119. Investigate a suspicious call. It's a report of a strange sound coming from behind a warehouse on Media Street, on the train tracks. Police radio? Car back the officer. I guess curiosity got to my squad. I suddenly heard, 3110, I'm in. 3124, me too. Even Sergeant Hutch responded, which was odd because Hutch never went in on radio on a job. He would just roll on in. I'm in the front of the location, being in my sector, so I'm the first one in. Getting the call, I have to admit, I got a little scared. I guess my sixth sense was kicking in. As I slowly drove through the narrow driveway, looking for any signs of movement or sound, while turning down my police radio, I'm suddenly having an eerie feeling. I stopped my car. I'm rolling the window down more, looking at the long abandoned building with windows busted out, doors kicked in, old tires and trash all around it. I heard voices inside, and I hear hammering, and a sound that I'm not too sure what it is. It was so unfamiliar to me. By the time my squad showed up, well, because it was a large warehouse, protocol was to wait and call for a police K-9 unit. Well, that didn't work to do a search. Let's just say sometimes waiting for a dog doesn't work out. Our district had been having a rash of stolen vehicles over the last few months, and for that period, we couldn't recover them. Nobody knew where they were. Sergeant finally showed up on the scene. Hutch gave the okay for us to go in. Holy shit. I'm looking, and we ran into what I call a dealership of stolen cars. A chop shop for every vehicle that had been stolen in our district, and what looks like the whole damn city. Car parts organized by type. Ford, Cadillac, Chevy, you name it, they had it. You would have thought that they was running a used tire shop down on the first level. Now it's time to make our presence known. With guns drawn, yelling, everybody freeze. It was about almost like a commercial, like we were in a movie scene. Thieves coming from underneath cars, underneath hoods, and wherever they might have been working. This warehouse was so big, and I have no idea how they were doing it. No lights, no nothing, but they managed to find a way to get it done. I guess Sergeant Hutch at some point called for a K-9 unit. Suddenly, I hear barking. I look behind me, I see Officer Hunter and Coney. Ooh, mumbling, oh hell to myself. Coney was a dog that did not see a police uniform. He knew he was loose at the time and got to work. And the first ass that moved belonged to him. I'm praying that some fool would be scared enough to run, because I sure didn't want Coney beaming on me and thought I was his target. Suddenly, it was on. Coney was on the move. P.O. Hunter right behind him. The takedown, nothing like the element of surprise, and I loved every moment of it. Running, ducking, screaming. I got a chance to tackle one guy who was busy stripping down the bins. He didn't see me coming. Unfortunately for me, I didn't recognize how big this dude was. I'm on his back. He's standing up. Ooh, shit. He suddenly starts spinning around with me, holding on for dear life as tight as I could. Now, I'm in big trouble. He got me up in the air. He's spinning around, flinging his arms, my body's flying, and crashing against the Buick. I'm in pain, unable to move. Shit, I see him coming for me. Suddenly, I hear barking. I hear Officer Hunter, and I see him. I hear a voice. Then I hear more barking, and then I saw him. Coney leaping in the air, landing on a guy's back. By the time he realized what hit him, it was just too damn late. I remember thinking to myself, damn, Coney hasn't been fed yet. Woo! To my lucky surprise, with cahoots going on around me, Hunter helping me up, got me out of that building. Coney still enjoying his lunch, my squad handling the rest. Me on my way to the hospital with a broken tailbone and a knot on my head in a lot of pain. The guy who did it, let's just say, his recovery was longer than mine. All I know is, from what I heard, that the fight went on for a long period of time. A couple of my other coworkers showed up with me, and they made arrests. They recovered a lot of cars and beep, here we go again. Day work, police radio. Lancaster and 57th Street. Cars respond to a burglary call. A burglary call? It got to be 10:11 in the morning. Thank God the K-9 officer was there. Coney was there, and Coney's all hyped up. So that's a good thing. Now we have to do the right thing for protocol. All right, vehicle search. Vehicle search, nothing's there. Now we're going into the building. Well, come to find out, after all that, it was just a false alarm. So that was the end of my day. Did I wind up getting hurt long enough? Yeah. They got this thing called IOD. They gave me a week's vacation in pain, but once again, I loved every bit of it and couldn't wait to get back out there again.